Hi, my name is Lisa Lewolt. I am 25 years old. I'm from Thousand Oaks, California, and all my life I have wanted to be a singer. I was a very hyper child, so my mom put me in dance lessons when I was about 4 years old, and when I was 5 I did my very first performance, and it was for a Lakers halftime show, and ever since that moment I knew that that is what I wanted to do. When I was about 16 I decided I wanted to take my singing career more seriously, because up until that point I had just been doing dance performances. And so I got a singing coach. I started performing everywhere I could, and then one day I went down to the 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica and I saw the street performers, and I'm like, this is genius. This is the best place to practice because you get a new audience every 15 minutes. You figure out really quickly what works and what doesn't with people, and you know if they don't like you because they didn't buy a ticket, so if they don't, they just walk away. So that's what I did. I went down to Santa Monica, I got my permit, and I started performing. I did that for about 2 years, and then a producer found me who was putting together a show for the military, an AFE show, which is Armed Forces Entertainment. And at first I was kind of like hesitant because when you get approached on 3rd Street, a lot of people, well, they're crazy. To put it frankly. So I didn't know if this was a real deal or if he was just another guy trying to play with my head. But I went to the audition and I ended up booking the job, and it was one of the most awesome experiences of my life. I ended up going on tour with AFE, and we went all over the world. We did a tour in Europe, all over Europe. We went to Germany, Norway, England. Then we came back and we did another tour in Bahrain, and then we did one in Cuba, and we got to go to Guantanamo Bay, and then we got to go do one in Japan right after the tsunamis hit. The biggest problem that I've been having is that A, I really don't know very many people in the music industry, and B, I grew up in a really strong Christian household. I was a theology major. I teach Bible study at my church. And unfortunately, my look as a blonde young girl who wants to be a pop star, most of the managers that I have run into just want to make me into a super sex symbol. Now, don't get me wrong, I have no problem being edgy or wearing cute outfits. My mother can vouch how many times she's told me to cover my stomach. But at the same time, I do think that there's a line, and I don't want to be out there just singing about raunchy things and looking like a whore, and I think there is a line, and I want to be a role model. I don't want to be just another person who sells her soul for fame. And unfortunately, that's not exactly what managers want to hear. They don't want to hear that you want to be a role model. They want to hear that you're willing to do what it takes to make it, and unfortunately today sex sells. And that's been a really difficult conflict for me, which is the whole reason that I am such a huge Kelly Clarkson fan, because she is one of the pop stars who has held her own and is an independent woman, and she's very talented, and she's one of the biggest stars out there, and yet she hasn't compromised who she is, and she's not trashy, and you won't see her on the cover of all the magazines in nude or being completely risque. She's very respectable, and she doesn't give in to peer pressure or what people think a pop star should be. She is herself, and she's been successful being herself. And my hope is that one day I'll be able to have that same success, and that I'll be able to be successful by still keeping my morals and not having to sacrifice or give in to the, as cliche as it sounds, the pressures of Hollywood. She is my idol. She is my ultimate person who I look up to, and I would love nothing more than to perform with her.
Everybody needs inspiration. Everybody needs a song, a beautiful melody. When the nights seem long, 'cause there is no guarantee that this life is easy. And when my world is falling apart and there's no light to break up the dark, that's when I look at you. When the waves are flooding the shore and there's no way to go home anymore, that's when I look at you. When I look at you, I see forgiveness. I see the truth. You love me for who I am, like the stars on the moon, right there where they belong. And I know I'm not alone. And when my world is falling apart and there's no light to break up the dark, that's when I look at you. You appear just like a dream to me, just like kaleidoscope colors that cover me, all of me, every breath that I breathe. Don't you know you're beautiful? When my world is falling apart and there's no light to break up the dark, that's when I look at you. When the waves are flooding the shore and there's no way to go home anymore, that's when I look at you. When I look at you.